actually go on to segue into the 3-point contest we were just talking about. The 3-point contest was great in itself too, man. Devin, I give credit to my man Devin Booker from the Phoenix Suns having a terrible season. They suck. They're playing bad. They were damn near in the playoffs last year. They've had a lot of losses. They fired their coach Jeff Hornacek. It's not a good season. But the bright spot has been Devin Booker. You know, rookie player, 19 years old, youngest player in the NBA. You know, he's been knocking out. And the funny thing, he was the underdog in this whole 3-point contest. The man only hit 56 threes coming into the game. I mean, into the 3-point contest. So he was the underdog. Steph, of course, number 1. Klay was number 2. James Harden was number 3. I think JJ Redick was like number 5. And you look at that, and you're like, man, of course, everybody's picking either Steph, Klay, or whoever they're gonna choose to pick. The 3-point contest was really entertaining, man. I mean, especially when you had to have a shoot-off between 3 guys. A shootout between 3 guys, and it was James Harden, JJ Redick, and Devin Booker. Yeah, it was entertaining. I mean, what did you guys think of it? Khalid, what did you think? How did you like the 3-point contest?
See, I didn't get to watch the 3-point contest either, but I did see some highlights.
Khalid did not do his due diligence.
But I had a lot to do.
He had a lot going on.
I had a lot.
I feel you, bro.
Wish I didn't. But yeah, I definitely think it was entertaining to see just going back to back with threes like that. Just to get into a 3-way tie, like a 3-way competition with JJ Redick, who was it? James Harden. Yeah. And just for it to get to that point, it's almost like the dunk contest when Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine were going back to back. You know, it's definitely entertaining. It's amazing to see on All-Star Weekend that not just one person is going to get recognition for like the best 3-point shooter, and somebody, an underdog or somebody that we weren't expecting can actually compete with them to that kind of degree.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Rashad, what did you think?
Watching it, everybody had their fan favorite. Everybody was like, Steph, you're going to take it away. But nobody really paid attention to that. If Steph didn't hit that last money ball, Steph wouldn't have even made it to the finals.
Yeah, man.
Steph had 21 in the first round.
That's still great shooting too.
Well, it's different now though, because think about in the old NBA, it wasn't like you had a whole rack of money balls. You always had the 4 regular balls and 1 money ball in each rack though. So scores is easier to get what you get to. Now if you go back to like Larry Bird scores, those are great.
Yeah,
those are great because it was a money ball rack.
Think about how great Larry Bird was as a shooter, and we're looking and Bessie, he's talked about as one of the greatest shooters of all time, and then those are the kind of scores Larry Bird got. So
with no money ball rack.
Yeah, and Steph gets 21, and he was like, man, that was bad shooting.
It was bad shooting, but I mean it's different now because it's easier to get 21 than it is to get 21 back then.
I know, but even having the money ball rack, I mean, we can't just compare it to all the way back in the days of those guys. I mean, you got to compare it to guys that have been playing for the past 10 years, 20 years also. I mean, you've had great sort of Peja Stojakovic.
Yeah, but I'm saying the money ball rack didn't come to recently.
No, the money ball rack's been around for a good while.
I don't think the whole rack of money balls.
Yeah, it's been around for a good while.
I don't think it's been how long, man.
I think for a good 4 to 5 years, I say.
Okay.
Maybe even more than that, actually, because I remember last time Kyle Korver was in it, there was a money ball rack and Kyle Korver competed, and Kyle Korver ain't been in a 3-point contest for a good few years now. Yeah, continue.
21's easier than it was to get with Larry Bird's time. But Steph Curry almost didn't even make it. So, and then watching it, you see Chris Middleton.
I mean, he was late added.
For that shooting. I don't even know why he even added.
Chill.
Come on, man.
Chill.
So watching it actually like it's magic just watching like just balls just falling and like just drop.
And it's for it to be a 3-point contest.
Yeah.
It's magic. But it actually had all my attention. I was like, yeah, this because I was thinking, I was like, yeah, this needs to be the last. And then all of a sudden that contest came. But Klay Thompson was feeling it. Klay Thompson was feeling it both rounds. You can't do nothing about that. You can't stop a man who's basically averages 25.
I mean, it was splash.
So it went to one of the Splash Brothers. So it didn't mean technically still Golden State. So I mean, we still know who the best shooting duo is in the league, who the 2 best shooters is. And it's crazy because like you watch these people and they're like wide open and a lot of them still missing shots they shouldn't miss. Like you see James Harden just go like break everything from top of the key basically. And I'm like,
I mean, but also some people have points on the field where they are better shooters.
You're right, but I mean, obviously you feel like you have confidence in your 3-point ability if you're in a 3-point contest. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's like seeing like when you see somebody in contest miss a whole rack, it's like it kind of just like
why are you here?
Yeah, it's like why I feel like why are you here? You missed a whole rack, and you're not, and there's no defense. You know, something like that. But it was interesting. It was still overall interesting. It was still fun seeing Steph Curry, Devin Booker, and Klay Thompson in the final round, because that was actually very interesting watching that. Just seeing who's going to set the tempo, who's like there's going to be pressure on Steph going last, anything like that. It's fun to watch.
Excuse me. Oh man, my throat. Sorry guys, but it was fun because I mean just the fact that we had 3 dudes knotted up at 20, that's crazy in itself. I mean, 3 people at 20, and then you have to have a 3-way shootout, and then these are like this is NBA, and then this is the best of the best shooting the ball. And Rashad, you were actually correct. The Money Ball was instituted in 2014. I guess that was the last time Kyle Korver was in the 3-point contest. That was 2 years ago. But yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah,
you're talking about the
tie
20.
20.
Yeah, the 3-way tie between them guys. And then one of them's a rookie and who would have guessed that the rookie would have been the guy to come out and win I think everybody thought, I heard even multiple people saying they had JJ Redick being a sleeper winner in the contest. You know what I mean? Because JJ Redick is just knocked down from 3. And then inevitably Devin Booker comes out and he's the one that ends up competing with Steph and Klay on the big stage. And I think he did pretty all right in that last round. I mean, I think, the jitters got the best of him just a little bit, but he did pretty good. And then, of course, it comes down to the Splash Brothers. And then Steph gets 23 in the second round. And then I remember it got to a point where everybody was worried for Klay. And then on that last rack of all money balls, this man just went ham. And then he finished with 27. Like, that's just crazy. Like, how do you – I remember the one that he broke, when he went over Steph on the 25, Steph was just like – and then we shot the last one. And this thing that got me, this one you're a great shooter. This man shot it, held the arm up, and walked off. And Steph walked onto the court before the ball went in. That's when you know that your man can shoot. But when both of y'all walk off the court,
everybody's like this.
Yeah, everybody's just holding it up. Like, we played an intramural game yesterday. I held my hand up so many times. My hands got tired for no reason. Because I kept holding my hand up for threes and we couldn't hit no threes. Yeah, I was holding my hand up so many times. I was like, we got this.
I hit one.
Money.
I hit one.
We won 3. I'm like, we had like so many open threes. We couldn't hit anything. Couldn't hit I airballed a 3 on my first shot. I was like, man, this is awful. Like, because I didn't shoot around at first. So when I don't get my shoot around, the touch ain't there. So
bad late, bro. Came in like
Goku
in the final battle.
I'm telling you, man, I gotta come in on my
Goku be late.
I gotta come in on my Nimbus cloud, bro.
You can't come in late.
Everybody like this. Oh, we're losing,
bro.
We're just like, I'm here.
Yeah, man, I gotta come in on the Nimbus cloud. I gotta hand out the sensu beans, get everybody good. That's all I gotta do, man.
Sensu beans didn't help yesterday, bro.
Didn't help yesterday because it was 4-on-5. But I mean, what can you do? But I think we played a great game though. But now we would have got a shoot around now. It would have been a different story. I promise you, it would have been a different story. Man, next day I'm coming at 7. Let me get my shots up.
Practice.
It's a different story, man.
Up.
Y'all want to see some? I'm pulling up from 40. Pulling up from 40. That's the damn sign. The sign, man. The sign. But anyway, go. Yeah. Anyway, when you can shoot the ball that well and your teammate has that much because that's when you know that you're definitely like you root for your teammates. You love each other that much. Because Steph, once Klay beat him, Steph was just like he was rooting for Klay even while Klay was shooting. Because Klay's dad was in the house and Klay was somehow if his dad said if he lost to Steph, he wouldn't be able to come home. And I was just like, dang, bro, like he's a grown man though. I'm pretty sure he got his own house. You telling me he can't go to his own house? He can't go to yours neither? That's a tragedy. But I would love, you on the perimeter with somebody, you pass the ball to them and they're open from 3. You just go like this every time, and you walk away. You turn around and walk away. Some Gilbert Arenas stuff. Like I remember Gilbert Arenas used to shoot buzzer beaters from 3, turn around and walk off the court, and everybody's like, no, and it goes in, and they're just like, wow, Agent Zero's in full effect. Like,
Arenas was a
like
star.
My man turned around.
Yeah, man.
Gilbert Arenas was a star.
Gilbert Arenas was a dog back in the day, man. Gilbert Arenas used to do some things back in Washington, man. Gilbert Arenas, Antoine Jameson, all them boys back in the day. Karan Butler. They were nice, man. LeBron had his share of first-round battles with them. I remember his rookie season when Gilbert Arenas tore them up, man. And LeBron had one of his first game-winning shots, actually, in that series. It was a game-winning layup, but however you see it. But it was still a game-winning shot. So
to be a sad day in the league is when the Splash Brothers, if they ever split up. That'll be a sad day.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It would be sad if it's for monetary reasons
It would be
that they can't keep both Steph or Klay, because that's pretty much what's been.
That's
I would love
the
to see
Golden
both of them
State- that's
stay
the
in
Golden
Golden
State.
State. Yeah,
for the rest of the whole
for
career.
the whole
like,
career, it'd be great to see them both stay in Golden State. And the way they both play, their careers can last for you never know how long, man.
So,
And I heard about this new training regimen Steph Curry's been doing, that he puts less weight on his ankle. So that's what we were seeing, less ankle injuries from Stephen Curry, because now he's doing a lot of exercises where he's worked out his core more, and he shoots more he does a lot of more movement involving his hips and his core than he did with his ankles back in his younger days. So now his ankles are becoming less prone to getting injured. So I was like, man, I saw somebody on True Hoops. It was True Hoops, and they reported it, and they were talking about how maybe Stephen Curry's bad ankles have been an actual, blessing in disguise, because now he's found a way to keep himself better healthy. And I guess sitting out at 15 fourth quarters helps too, but that's beside the point. But yeah,
hey, for our next show, I think we should have some callers call in saying who declines first from the 3-point line, Steph or Klay. I would like to hear what our callers have to say about that next week or next show.
That would be interesting.
Who declines first?
When you say decline, do you mean
whose percentage starts to drop, takes a big dip first?
Well,
I'll probably say Steph.
See, I say Steph because it's difficulty shots he takes.
Yeah, the level of difficulty Steph shoots, and he takes more threes
shots
than Klay. And Steph normally sets up Klay's threes, so it's like I think Klay has a easier array of 3-point attempts than Steph actually has. So I'd vote Steph to go down first. But